Finding your footing is difficult when the ground actively tilts away. For a creature weighing only ounces, simple geometry creates an immediate physical struggle. This is Pip. On a typical day, Pip trips over his own food bowl and startles at his own shadow. His usual approach to navigation involves running into corners until he finds a way around them. Today, he is facing a sprawling, multi-level labyrinth. To reach the finish line, he has to cross the entire length of this gauntlet to reach a mound of premium yogurt drops. The maze is constructed from slick, laser-cut acrylic and high-density foam. These corridors are engineered to millimeter tolerances, leaving no rough edges or textures for a tiny set of claws to grip. Before we see if our cute tiny hamster survives his first trial, hit the like button and subscribe to catch all his future runs. With 2-inch legs and limited depth perception, an engineered puzzle becomes a high-stakes environment. Every obstacle requires a level of physical exertion that tests the limits of Pip's biology. Pip's entry into the first zone is a lesson in friction. He charges headfirst at the first obstacle, loses his traction on the smooth floor, and slides backward to the starting line in a clumsy pile of fur. This diagram shows the mechanics of the steep ramp trap. The downward arrows represent gravity pulling Pip's mass toward the floor. To climb, he needs friction between his paws and the surface. Because the ramp is slick acrylic, he can't generate enough grip to overcome the pull of gravity. Beyond the static ramp, Pip encounters the pivoting platform. This design utilizes kinetic energy. The moment he steps past the central fulcrum, the platform tilts, transferring his forward motion into a sharp downward angle. This chart compares the success rates of these two designs based on historical biomechanical testing. While rodents face an 80% failure rate on the static ramp, that number drops to 45% on the platform, which rewards balance over raw grip. Slipping repeatedly inside these plastic walls forces a shift in behavior. To move forward, Pip has to stop scrambling and start timing his movements to match the mechanics of the floor. Pip's movement is changing. He stops at the edge of the next zone, sniffs the air, and places one paw down at a time, testing the stability of the floor before committing his full weight. When he reaches the pivoting platform again, he adopts a new strategy. He creeps directly to the center line of the fulcrum and freezes. By centering his mass, he prevents the platform from tilting, creating a stable bridge to the other side. You can build a safe version of this platform at home using a 10-inch strip of corrugated cardboard. Measure exactly 5 inches to find the center line and tape it over a cylindrical wooden dowel to create the pivot. Use hot glue to reinforce the base under the dowel. The structure must be rigid enough to support a small pet's weight without buckling sideways when the cardboard tilts. By learning to manipulate weight distribution, Pip is no longer just reacting to the maze. He is reading the physical constraints of the environment and navigating them with precision. The final barrier is a sheer vertical wall that dominates Pip's field of vision, blocking the path to the finish line. This wall features a series of alternating motorized rotating pegs. To climb it, Pip must time his jumps to catch a peg as it cycles upward before it rotates back into the wall housing. He applies the same patience he used on the pivoting platforms. He waits for the lowest peg, grabs it with his front claws, rides the rotation, and leaps to the finishing ledge. He clears the top edge and drops onto the final platform, finally reaching the mound of yogurt drops he's been chasing. Pip started the day startled by his own shadow, but he's finishing it at the top of the most complex build he's ever faced. He has successfully navigated every mechanical trap in the gauntlet. Suggest new obstacles or architectural ideas for our next build in the comments, and subscribe to see what Pip tackles next. An environment with escalating mechanical challenges changes how a pet interacts with their space. It turns a simple run into a series of problems that require deliberate timing rather than simple speed to solve.